I studied over 6,000 hours of YouTube videos from the most successful business gurus, desperately looking for ways to grow my business. But instead of becoming a millionaire, my life and business became drastically worse. And the reason why might shock you. I eventually realized that the best advice that I could have followed was
stop watching me and go do you.
So when I started doing things differently, it drastically grew my business. And this will work for you too. Back when I was teaching martial arts combined with personal development, my dream was to have an online business that I could grow exponentially and that would allow me to travel. I was sold on the laptop lifestyle and I wanted it more than anything else. And so I created online courses, I had a newsletter, I was making 3 to 5 videos a week. I was working my ass off. But despite all the hard work, the most that I would make would be around $300 a month. And that was far from making a living out of it. You see, the problem was I wanted the business, but I was not willing to pay the price for it. I would think to myself, why should I spend money learning this stuff when I can find it online for free? So I would start my day with YouTube and end my day with YouTube. But after years of spinning my wheels, running around in circles, dealing with overwhelm and burning out once a week, I realized what the real problem was. The problem was in my mindset. I just didn't believe in myself as an entrepreneur. I mean, I knew that if I wanted to really see a growth, I needed to invest in myself. In the past, I borrowed money to hire my first ever business coach. And working with that guy made my physical martial arts school a big success. But because I didn't believe I could be successful online too, I wasn't willing to bet on myself. The worst of it came when I decided to go full-time into coaching and close my martial arts school. It felt like no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't make a living off of coaching. Stress and bills were just piling up every single day. I honestly wanted to run away somewhere and hide in a cave. I eventually had enough of the struggle and enough of banging my head against the wall. So I decided to let go of constantly looking for the next business tip and do the scariest thing for me back then, which was invest in myself again. And I started seeing results. I got my first high-paying clients. But despite having the strategies, despite having the tactics, I just couldn't get my income above 1 or 2K a month. And once again, I didn't realize what was the real issue. The thing was that other people were using the same strategies and tactics that I had, and they were getting amazing results, making tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I desperately wanted to prove that I could do the same thing. I wanted to be part of the cool kids. So I was still hopeful. I would say this month is going to be the month. This month I'm figuring things out. But 1 month turned into 2, 2 months turned into 3, years went by, and I was still stuck at the same income level. And then it hit me. The problem was still my mindset. You see, the business coaching that I bought wasn't very effective at improving my mindset. I realized that I needed help again. But this time, I hired a mindset coach and discovered the truth about what it truly takes to grow a business. I realized it was necessary to let go of imposter syndrome, of perfectionism, of self-doubt, and I needed to start feeling, thinking, and acting like my successful self right now, not in 5 or 10 years. And I also needed to make the work the result, the reward. In other words, to fall in love with the work. And that's when everything changed for me. I started closing bigger clients effortlessly. I started believing in myself. And I started making more money than I ever made and experiencing abundance for the first time in my life. If I stopped making these mistakes along with a few others sooner, I would have been a millionaire by now. I made a video talking about the mistakes that cost me my first million. Chances are you're making these same mistakes because it has to do with the most common money-making advice that you find online that's also absolute crap. And if you don't want to waste time like I did, I absolutely recommend you watch this video next.